Hi, my name is Carly Walker, and I'm here to talk to you today about marketing manipulation. If you look around a room, you probably think that you have complete control over what you see, what influences you, and the choices you make. But it's simple. You don't, unless you know exactly what you're looking for. Marketing is the process of planning, promoting, selling, and distributing ideas, goods, and services to create exchanges or to satisfy customers. And I'm sure when you think of marketing, you think of a TV commercial or a pop-up ad, but it's so much more than that. It's a way to manipulate consumers' mindsets. And that brings me to this question. Do you know when you're being manipulated through marketing, or more importantly, is there a way to prevent it? Now, my word choice may make marketing seem like a sin, but in reality, it is not. Marketing has helped the world's economy prosper and grow beyond our wildest beliefs. But there's one big, fuzzy, looming gray area, and that is marketing ethics. Ethics in marketing isn't a set of straight rules or a do or don't type of deal. It's much more loose than that, and it leaves companies with a lot of room for interpretation. One source defines ethical marketing by saying, ethical marketing is less of a marketing strategy and more of a philosophy that informs all marketing efforts. It seeks to promote honesty, fairness, and responsibility in all advertising. Ethics is a notoriously difficult subject because everyone has a subjective judgment about what is right and what is wrong. For this reason, ethical marketing is not a hard and fast list of rules, but a general set of guidelines to assist companies as they evaluate new marketing strategies. Following these loose guidelines is also much easier said than done when millions of dollars are at stake. Due to this, some companies will abuse their powers and use marketing to their advantage in ways to manipulate their customers. Now, I'm sure some of you are sitting here and can argue that you've never been swayed by an advertisement. And if you feel that way, I'd love to prove you wrong. I'm going to expose 3 different marketing techniques that marketers commonly use and how to hopefully prevent any of you from falling for the same tricks over and over again. First is the price decoy effect. Have you ever been in a movie theater and wondered why the prices were so strange? Why a small popcorn is $4, a medium $6, and a large $6.30? And have you ever gone to buy a medium and said, well, I might as well buy a large, like it's a bargain? The price decoy effect is defined as the phenomenon whereby customers change their preference between 2 options when presented with the third option, the decoy, that is asymmetrically dominated. This technique takes 2 original products, that would be the small and the large sizes, and places a third item into the mix. That product would be the medium, and in general, it is not put into the mix to be sold, but simply to act as a persuasion. Since the price difference between the small and medium is so drastic, the small difference between the medium and large creates an illusion that the large size is a steal. Other scenarios where this technique is used is when selling appliances with tons of attachments or upgrades, or even with subscriptions to streaming or media sites. Without realizing, you may be purchasing extra add-ons or buying a bigger size, not because you need it, but because it seems like it's a deal that's too good to let pass by. By realizing this, the next time you go to buy a new appliance or take a closer look and evaluate. Even though the newer model has 5 extra attachments and is only $30 more, do I really need all of the extras, or am I giving into it since it seems like such a deal? The second you step back and recognize the different ways that prices are manipulated, you'll start to keep your money in your pocket and out of the corporations. This next topic might be one of the most controversial in the world of marketing: advertising to minors. As a child, the things you see, hear, and interact with often shape the way that your brain will work and how it will interpret things for the rest of your life. Marketers see this as a great opportunity to make money. They know if they can advertise strategically and often that it can create a generation of consumers that want more and more. To marketers, children represent an important target because they embody 3 different markets. First, children directly spend money. Children also influence a great deal of family spending. Possibly the most important market for organizations is to consider the future markets. Companies recognize that consumer habits and brand loyalties are often formed when children are young and can be carried through to adulthood. Marketers use this advantage, which causes controversy, as more and more children are using social media and are exposed to advertisements at a younger age. Although not all hope is lost, if children are educated, it is very easy to cope with this phenomenon. To be able to recognize that advertisements are simply a way for companies to make money, it breaks down the entire idea of marketing. If a person can recognize that they are being manipulated into buying something because it claims it can make their life better, they can step back and reevaluate. Marketers use appealing words that make the consumer feel like they need a product to make their life better. But by exposing the truth that they are just words and not reality, it helps a consumer or a child see the truth behind marketing. On the same topic, being educated and doing research can also help you from falling for false claims. Have you ever seen an advertisement and thought, that seems too good to be true? Well, that's because sometimes that it is. Companies often bend the truth or even lie completely within their advertisements to gain more revenue. Examples of false claims can include companies using eco-friendly or scientifically proven when a product isn't. One real-life example of this is when Taco Bell used the term seasoned beef in their ads, but upon researching the seasoning, it was oat filler, which isn't a seasoning at all according to the USDA standards. Disasters like this happen often more than you think, so next time something does sound too good to be true, make sure to do your research. This is only the tip of the iceberg, but as you can see, there's one common theme: being educated. That is the best way to avoid marketing manipulation. If you are able to see the purpose behind marketing, you can realize the only goal is to gain more and more sales for the company. And although it does not always seem ethical, companies will go very far to achieve that. Most companies won't, but to ensure that you are not sucked into a company's trap, being educated is the best way to prevent that. Given that marketing ethics is such a gray area, it is important to realize companies' motives and how to spot them before you are fooled into buying a product that isn't worth your money. That being said, marketing is inevitable in a capitalistic society, which we live in and will continue to live in. This is not a bad thing, despite the fact that my speech may pin marketing in a bad light. Marketing creates jobs, a stable economy, encourages competition, and leads to new inventions. But as I have been saying and will continue to say, being educated will ensure that you are not manipulated into the various marketing traps that will leave you walking out of a store buying something that will end up in the trash within a week. Making sure you know what an advertisement means, how prices are set, and knowing the goal of marketing will help you save money and make meaningful purchases. Thank you for your time and your attention.